allows us to represent a matrix A as the sum of simpler matrices. We considered the singular value decomposition as a way to factorize A equals U sigma V transpose in n by n real space. U here is an n by n matrix. V is an n by n matrix. Both of those are orthogonal. And sigma contains singular values on the main diagonal. Instead of doing a full singular value decomposition factorization, we now investigate how the singular value decomposition allows us to represent a matrix A as the sum of simpler, low-rank matrices A sub I, which lends itself to a matrix approximation scheme that is cheaper to compute than a full singular value decomposition. To begin, we construct a rank 1 matrix AI of dimensions n by n as AI equal UI VI transpose, which is formed by the outer product of the ith orthogonal column vector U and V. An n by n matrix A of rank R can be written as the sum of rank 1 matrices A sub I, so that A is equal to the sum of sigma I UI VI transpose, which in turn is equal to the sum of the sigma I AIs. Here the outer product matrices AI are weighted with the ith singular value sigma sub I. And we can see why this holds. The diagonal structure of our singular value matrix sigma multiplies only matching left-right singular vectors UI VI transpose and scales them by the corresponding singular value sigma I. All terms in the sum are going to vanish for I different from j because sigma is diagonal. Any terms I greater than R vanish because corresponding singular values are 0. So keeping this all in mind, if we sum up our individual rank 1 matrices, we obtain a rank R matrix A. If the sum does not run over all matrices, but instead only up to an intermediate value k, we obtain a rank k approximation A hat of k, which is the sum of sigma I UI VI transpose, where our sum runs from 1 to k, or the sum from 1 to k of sigma I AI, and that has rank k. Here we see a low-rank approximation where the original image was Stonehenge. The original photo is a grayscale image that's 1432 by 1910. It has values of 0 equal black and 1 equals white. Frames B through F are the rank 1 matrices A1 through A5, and their corresponding singular values, sigma 1 through sigma 5, are given below. The grid-like structure of each rank 1 matrix is imposed by the outer product of the left and right singular values. When we put it back together, we can see that using the first 5 approximations, we get something that partly resembles the original image. In the previous example, we saw that we could eliminate many dimensions by simply taking a low-rank approximation. Here's another example. We consider the matrix A 3045. Then our singular value decomposition as U equals 1 over root 10, 1, 3, negative 3, 1. Our sigma is root 45, 0, 0, root 5. And our V is 1 over root 2, 1, negative 1, 1, 1. Now, if we want to reconstruct A, we can take sigma 1, U1, V1 transpose, plus sigma 2, U2, V2 transpose, and multiply them together and add them up. If we want to approximate A using only the biggest sigma value, we can simply not add the second part of that sum, and our low rank approximation is a hat equals 1.5, 1.5, 4.5, 4.5. Here's another example. We'll start with matrix A, 1, 1, 4, 0, 2, 5, 0, 3, 5, 5, 4, 1. And we come up with a singular value decomposition that's given here. So obviously, we can try and reconstruct this using this matrix approximation that we've been working on. So A is equal to 1.28 times my U1 times my V1 transpose plus 5.45 times my U2 times my V2 transpose plus my 9.57 times U3 times V3 transpose. If we just take the third term of that sum, the 9.57 U3 V3 transpose, we get an approximation of 1.05, 2.11, 3.16, 1.44, 2.68, 4.02, 1.53, 3.06, 4.4, 1.24, 2.3, 3.45. You can see that for the first 3 rows, this is not a terrible approximation of our original A. Unfortunately, if you look at A, the bottom row seems to be sort of opposite to the values in the first 3 rows. So that's where we don't get a great approximation using just the one largest sigma value. If we take the last 2 terms in the sum, the sigma 2 and sigma 3 terms, then we actually get a much closer approximation. 0.4, 1.78, 3.6, 0.02, 2.03, 4.95, 0.39, 2.52, 5.16, 5, 4.04, and 1. So we can see by simply adding that second singular value, we've almost perfectly captured our last row. So you get the sense here that if we have enough similarity, we can take enough of these sigma values where we can start eliminating data entirely, columns of data entirely, and reduce from a higher dimension space down into a lower dimension space.